Hey guys, it's Josh from CrossFit Metro East. Okay, so the biggest thing that we run into a lot of times is folks trying to do the right thing for breakfast and having it speed up at their morning and be able to eat it on the way to work or right before they leave or whatever, and you're getting kids whirling and they're eating cereal and you're grabbing a donut at Casey's or whatever else. I'm obviously the same way. I'm not a donut guy, but I'm also a big breakfast type of person. So eggs, bacon, and toast, and that's just not realistic every single morning for me. So what I kind of came across was a couple different options for casseroles, and I love this casserole. I love making it on Sunday night. It gives me 6 slices that I put together throughout my week. I either eat it in the car ride on the way to work, or on the way to take Jack to school, or just before I leave the house. So it kind of jam-packs everything I need. I get some carbs, I get my protein. It's a pretty high dose of protein in the morning, which I love, but it also doesn't feel like I'm eating something real bland or anything else. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of insight here. I've got Mr. Jack right here as my helper, and we are going to put this together for you pretty quick. Now, I've kind of prepped as much as I can, but we're going to kind of show you how we go here. So, as we show you here what we've got some whole milk. If you're not a dairy person, you could supplement something else in there. You could supplement water or something else. We've got already some red potatoes chopped. And honestly, most of the time I do sweet potatoes. The local grocers have not had the potatoes that I'm looking for. And so we just went with red potatoes, and we made a roast the other day that we used it. I've got about 12 eggs already mixed in. I've got my Pam spray coconut oil that we're going to use for our big casserole dish. I've got some browned breakfast sausage. A lot of times I'll go with chorizo because it gives me a little bit more of a spice or a kick to it. I think this is just hot, spicy Italian sausage that I bought from like the Fresh Schnucks butcher there. And then I use these guys, and these are my lifesavers. They're just a little seasoning blend. And to be honest, it saves me a ton of time on chopping onions and green peppers and red peppers. You can find these in the frozen food section. You got to check. Some stores don't always have them, but like your local Schnucks or something like that would have it. Other than that, we're going to kind of just roll with this, and we'll show you how we're going to do everything. So, set you back over here. Jack's getting his head in the way. Don't worry about that. Okay, so first thing we'll do, and I totally eyeball our milk in here. And basically I just put as much as I think I need to cover up the meat and the potatoes in that. I'm just going to blend this because it's faster. Throw my milk in. And again, you could substitute something else out for that. I'm not worried about the milk that I take in, so I'm not really freaking out. So that's just faster than doing all that stuff. We're going to take our potatoes, and we're going to dump our potatoes into our casserole dish first. Sorry, we're going to spray. And just coat the pan with your spray, and you can do olive oil as well, but I always recommend to spray it because it will stick a little bit. And we're just going to dump our potatoes in first. Spread them out a little bit so they're even. Toss already our browned sausage, and you can do this ahead of time. I actually had a bigger package of sausage last time, so I just browned this actually last week and froze it and just let it thaw, and then I am using it for this week's stuff. So anytime you're trying to make this stuff easy on you, the more prep you can do ahead of time, the better. These guys here, you can see it's just a bunch of chopped veggies in that. And all we're going to do, it's super simple, we're just going to dump it in. Spread it out a little bit, leave it there. Jack, keep your head out of the camera there, man, so everybody can see. So this is what we're looking like before we put in our eggs. It's just a bunch of veggies, some potatoes, and some meat. You can also do bacon if you wanted to. I think that the bacon doesn't give as much flavor and it's not as meaty. And then we're just going to take our eggs, pour them in on top. And then I always take the spatula real quick and we'll just shift it around a little bit to let the eggs soak in. So you can see all we're doing is just kind of kneading it a little bit to try to get the eggs just to kind of cover up everything. Now, from here, this is what we're looking at. And we're going to bake that in the oven anywhere between 350 and 375. And typically I'll let it cook for anywhere between 35 and 45 minutes. And keep an eye on it. Obviously, each oven's a little different. And with that, sometimes depending on how much milk you use and how much eggs you use, it takes a little bit longer time to set up sometimes. You can also add some cheese to this if you wanted to sprinkle some cheese on top. If you're trying to stay a little bit more dairy-free, you can keep the cheese off of it. It tastes fine just the same. And then also, sometimes what I'll do is I'll take some oregano, and I'll just sprinkle a little oregano on top. And when I do that, it just gives you a little bit of a different flavor, spices it up a little bit. And again, if I don't have, or if I have some of that spicier sausage in there, it tastes pretty good too. So we're going to let that thing bake in the oven for the next 30 to 45 minutes. We'll show you the finished product here in just a second, and we'll give you that solution to that breakfast. Okay, and we're back. So we let the casserole cook for about 45 minutes, and from there we're going to cut it into some squares. You can do this now, like right after it cooks. So that's our guy. Oh, I got thirsty, sorry. But that's our guy. He's all cooked up. And what I will do typically is I'll cut it into equal squares, one down the middle, and then two more cuts to make squares. And I'll just pull a square out in the morning and eat that guy. And then the other thing that you can do, obviously add some healthy fats to that meal if you'd like. So I'll do that with almonds if I'm kind of on the run. If I'm sitting down, I'll usually do like half an avocado. Or if I'm in a little bit of weight gain mode, it may be a whole avocado. But something like that is going to help to add some healthy fats to that meal. But you've got all of your protein. If you've got some potatoes in there, you get a little bit of carbohydrates as well. Great way to start your morning. Easy. And again, you can have this if you make it on Sunday night. You can have it Monday through Saturday, essentially. Sundays is usually a little bit more of a laid-back day, so you might have a little bit more time. So it'll give you 6 out of 7 days. If you're someone who doesn't want to have as much of a serving as what I would take, you could even get more days out of it. You might be able to get 8 days out of it or whatnot. You can also make it in a smaller casserole dish. You can adjust your totals and all that. But play with it, see what you think. You can be as creative as you want to with this. You can add different veggies. I've seen people add broccoli. I've done broccoli sometimes. You can just do all sorts of different things to jam-pack that casserole, but the easiest thing about it is that you can scoop it out each day and eat it pretty quick and get all the nutrients that you need. So thanks a lot, guys. Again, this is Josh from CrossFit Metro East. Give us some comments on Facebook or some likes on Facebook if you like this post. And always feel free to chat back with us if you have any questions. Thanks again, guys.